Here are 3 intriguing true crime stories where perpetrators staged disappearances to make it look like the victim left voluntarily. In December 2009, Susan Powell, a young mother from West Valley City, Utah, went missing under suspicious circumstances. Her husband, Josh Powell, claimed she had left voluntarily. Susan Powell's husband, Josh, was the primary suspect in her disappearance. Josh claimed that Susan had left the house during the night, leaving behind her children and all her personal belongings. Staging disappearances, Josh Powell staged the scene to make it look like Susan had left on her own accord. He told investigators that she had gone camping in the middle of the night during a snowstorm, taking their 2 young sons with him. He also made implausible claims about Susan's mental state to suggest she might have left voluntarily. Outcome: despite Josh's efforts to stage Susan's disappearance, inconsistencies in his story and suspicious behavior raised red flags. Susan's body was never found, but the circumstantial evidence against Josh was strong. In 2012, in a tragic turn of events, Josh killed himself and his 2 sons in a house explosion, leaving many questions unanswered. The case remains officially unsolved, but Josh Powell is widely believed to have been responsible for Susan's disappearance. In March 1998, 23-year-old Amy Lynn Bradley disappeared while on a cruise with her family in the Caribbean. The ship was docked at Curacao when she vanished. Amy's disappearance was initially treated as a potential overboard incident, but evidence suggested otherwise. Her parents believed she was abducted, and that her disappearance was staged to look like she had left voluntarily. There were sightings of Amy in the company of unknown men in the days following her disappearance, suggesting she might have been coerced or forced into leaving the ship. Her belongings were left behind, and there were no signs of a struggle in her cabin, which misled authorities into thinking she might have left on her own. Despite multiple reported sightings of Amy over the years, her fate remains unknown. The case is still open, and her family continues to search for answers, believing she was taken against her will and that her disappearance was carefully staged to look voluntary. In May 2005, Natalie Holloway, an 18-year-old high school graduate from Alabama, went missing while on a graduation trip to Aruba. She was last seen with local residents Joran van der Sloot and 2 brothers, Deepak and Satish Kalpo. Natalie's disappearance sparked a massive search and international media coverage. Joran van der Sloot initially claimed he had dropped her off at her hotel, implying she had left voluntarily and disappeared afterward. Van der Sloot and the Kalpo brothers gave conflicting stories about Natalie's last known movements. Van der Sloot's claims that Natalie had walked off alone were part of an attempt to stage her disappearance as a voluntary act. Evidence suggested they were involved in her disappearance and had tried to cover up their involvement. Despite extensive searches and investigations, Natalie's body was never found. Van der Sloot was later arrested in connection with another murder in Peru, where he confessed to killing Stephanie Flores. The lack of concrete evidence and the staged disappearance continue to leave many unanswered questions about Natalie Holloway's fate. These stories highlight how staging disappearances to make it look like the victim left voluntarily can complicate investigations. But determined investigative efforts often reveal inconsistencies and lead to the truth.